Welcome back to Storm Akima. Storm here.
Tom here.
Mom here.
Kimmy here.
We're going to be watching Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan. I think this is a great movie to watch while Tom is visiting us from Florida.
Yes.
I found a couch.
You found a couch, yay! So, he is a major Trekkie, can I say that?
You just did, so yeah.
Okay, well, I'm saying it. And I think this is a wonderful opportunity to watch this movie, and then you can explain things to us afterwards when we review it.
No pressure.
No pressure. But you actually were filling in some things for us already, just so we understand what we're watching. So no spoilers, but kind of like
The
information.
lead up to.
Yeah, to know.
So I explained to him about the episode called Space Seed in the original Star Trek, where Khan is introduced. So I gave him a little synopsis on that.
Yes, so thank you. And just to let you know, we got a lot of requests for this movie over the last couple of years, I want to say. And sometimes it almost wins a poll, but never quite gets there. A lot of our fans told us that we do not need to see the first one. And because we haven't really seen the old Star Trek, we've only seen the newer Star Trek with Chris Pine on the channel, that this movie was the one to see.
I agree.
Okay.
It's one of my personal favorites.
That's cool.
Okay.
So I know this came out in 1982. I know Leonard Nimoy is in this. And William Shatner.
William Shatner.
And I'm sure.
All the original cast, DeForest
right.
Kelly, Nichelle Nichols, Walter Koenig. You know, they're all in this. I mean, unfortunately, a lot of them are no longer living. I think there's 3 of them left.
Really?
Yeah. William Shatner, Walter Koenig, and George Takei.
That's really cool. All right, so you ready? Shall we get into this movie?
I'm ready.
Yay, William Shatner!
Yes. Yay.
You first go.
I can't do it anymore.
You can't do it.
Get
I'll
help,
take
Mom.
2 fingers.
Like
You
that.
take 2.
Get a helper.
I'll take 2. You take
I'll
2.
take 2.
Walter Koenig.
There you go. Close enough.
Do it anymore. I used to be able to.
Yeah, Jessica.
Hi, George.
Nichelle Nichols, yeah.
Approaching neutral zone. All systems normal and functioning.
Leaving section 14 or section 15.
Stand by. Project parabolic course to avoid
I love
entering
it.
neutral zone.
Me too.
It's a trap.
It's a trap.
Visual. Battle stations. Activate shields.
Shields activated.
Inform the Klingons we are on a rescue mission. They're jamming all the frequencies, Captain.
Klingons on attack.
He's a bait.
Oh boy.
Klingons on attack.
Mr. Sulu, get us out of here.
I'll try, Captain.
Oh my
I told you.
Torpedoes activated.
Oh,
They're like getting each one of
my
them.
God.
Klingons don't take prisoners.
It's the test
Yeah.
that they did the newer Star Trek too. They did the test. That's cool.
You're fired.
Granted.
I don't believe this was a fair test of my command abilities.
Yes, it was.
Because there was no way to win.
A no-win situation is a possibility every commander may face. Has that never occurred to you?
No, sir. It is not.
How we deal with death is at least as important as how we deal with life, wouldn't you say?
As I indicated, Admiral, that thought had not occurred to me.
Well, now you have something new to think about. Carry on. Admiral, wouldn't it be easier to just put an experienced crew back on the ship? Galloping around the cosmos is a game for the young, Doctor.
Now, what is that supposed to mean?
You don't need us anymore.
Aren't you dead?
Oh my goodness.
It was the worst of times. Message, Spock? None that I'm conscious of. Except, of course, happy birthday. Truly, the best of times.
Captain Spock, space shuttle leaving in 15 minutes.
Where are you off to now? The Enterprise. I must check in before your inspection. And you. Paul. For most patients your age,
Whoops.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Smooth.
It was great.
Oh, boy.
I'll say, get back your command. Get it back before you turn into part of this collection. Before you really do grow old.
Something you can transplant. I don't know.
But it may only be a particle of pre-animate matter.
Then again, it may not. You boys have to be clear on this. There can't be so much as a microbe where the show's off. Why don't you have a look? But if it is something that can be moved, I want
that, Doctor. We're on our way.
Nice day.
Welcoming.
Yeah, right?
Yes, right?
There's nothing here. The tricorder must be broken.
Do you have one of those, Tom? Come on.
Yes, you
I
do.
plead the fifth.
You know you do.
Nobody knocks anymore.
I know. What's up? Mean aliens in there.
Let's see.
You'll find out. He's going to jump up.
Oh, God.
That's going to be a problem.
That's right. Oh, my God.
Get your helmets.
Uh-oh.
Just go. Ooh.
He'll tell you on the way out. Hurry,
Oh,
put it
no.
on.
Can you make it?
They're stuck.
Might be too late.
Oh, it's too late.
Oh. Yeah.
What? What's what?
Oh, a
what
bunch of
are they?
people.
Oh,
Whoa.
hello, specimens.
Captain Terrell. This is Commander Khan. Will you please respond, Captain? Captain Terrell, respond, please.
Ricardo. Perfect hair.
It is Khan.
That's right.
Khan!
Oh, boy.
Captain doesn't know. Wow, or a
Boy,
name.
oh, boy.
Wow, he's good. He remembers
Uh-oh.
his name.
Gulp.
Not good.
Never thought to see your face again. Chekhov, who is his man?
Criminal, Captain. A product of late 20th century genetic engineering.
What do you want with us? Sir, I'd imagine you in a position to get things. Never told you how the Enterprise picked up the Botany Bay lost in space from the year 1996.
Ah.
Myself and the ship's company in cryogenic freeze. I've never even met Admiral Kirk. Admiral.
It's like, what?
Admiral Kirk. Never bothered to check on our progress.
Ooh.
It's only the fact of my genetically engineered intellect that allows us to survive.
That handle's
God,
just
freaking
for me. I was
handles.
thinking that. I was like,
Yeah, yeah.
those are great handles for a villain.
Oh, yeah.
See?
No explanation. Wow, you're so good. So
Let me
loyal.
introduce you to SETI,
Ooh.
Oh, my
Looks
goodness.
reading
Big pecs.
indigenous life.
Oh no,
Oh, boy.
it's for that. Come here, my pretty.
Oh, boy.
It's going to be adorable. Nope.
Oh, he's sweating up a storm.
Oh,
It's like a
oh,
Oh.
oh, boy.
my.
My beloved wife.
Uh-oh. Personal.
Oh,
Oh, there's
my
God.
multiple.
Oh, boy.
Who's gonna bring it out?
Oh, crap.
Oh, what's he doing? He's pulling something out of it.
You see, they're young
Are they going to put it inside them?
Oh no.
themselves in cerebral cortex.
Oh, God.
And this has the effect of rendering the victim extremely susceptible to suggestion.
Suggestion.
Yeah, have that in your room.
Later, as they
They turn into that thing.
madness,
No, don't.
come on.
Please don't.
Oh, good point.
Ew. Can you take them out?
Oh,
No. Please don't. Please don't.
No, it does.
Ew.
These are pets, of course.
Gross.
Yeah.
Light.
In the helmet?
Oh, crap.
No.
Captain Kirk was only doing his duty.
Ew, it was like a slow.
No, come on. No. Please don't.
God.
No, please don't.
It
Damn
is
it.
so slow.
Oh my
right
God.
by the ear.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, this is.
Oh, damn it.
Oh.
Ew!
Oh, crap.
Sick!
Oh, God. Darn.
And then right away. Holy crap.
Horrible.
Enterprise.
Oh,
Oh,
sick.
nice.
That check off too.
Oh, he's wearing his glasses.
We've seen like the worm thing or something in the Chris Pine movie.
This is Admiral
The first one.
on final approach.
Aren't they cute?
Enterprise
No.
Yeah, shit, that's gross.
Warm and fuzzy.
Oh.
I like the music though. It's positive. Random guy
I don't know where I'm
flying.
going.
There goes Tim again.
Any chance to go aboard the Enterprise?
Aw, the old gang.
Well, I for one am glad to have you at the helm for 3 weeks. I don't think these kids can steer.
Galaxy Quest.
That's a good movie.
I love that movie.
Yeah.
Ich vängi. Komi.
It is time.
Take her out, Mr. Savage.
Really?
Aye, sir.
Oh no, this is the real deal. He's worried.
Yeah.
Anything, there is a first time, Lieutenant.
That's right.
Don't you agree, Admiral?
Encouraging.
Hold on. Hold on, Bones.
Would you like a tranquilizer?
Had one
The drug man.
Oh, boy.
course heading, Captain.
Captain's discretion. Mr. Sulu, you may indulge yourself.
That's what I like to hear.
Smiles.
Has something happened?
Nothing has happened. CDL for 6 has checked out.
It's checked out, all right.
That's right.
We have received new orders. Upon our arrival at Regula 1, all materials of Project Genesis will be transferred to this ship for immediate testing on CDL for 6.
Who in the hell do they think they are?
Please be quiet. Commander Chekhov. This is completely irregular.
Oh, boy.
I failed to resolve the situation.
There's no correct resolution. It's a test of character.
May I ask how you dealt with the test?
You may ask.
He's not going to answer.
Do you like stop the elevator?
It is a difficult concept. It is not logical.
We learn by doing. Who's been holding up the damn elevator?
Thank you, sir.
She changed her hairstyle?
I haven't noticed him.
Admiral Kirk,
Kirk here.
I have an urgent config from Space Lab Regula 1 for you, sir.
Oh, they're...
Carol.
Oh,
Interference.
Yes.
Just shake
Tell
your
her
head.
no.
Yeah.
Who's taking Genesis?
Just say
Shake
no.
your head.
No.
I'm trying.
Oh, he's going to break up one.
Have Genesis. Who's taking?
Just say no.
Yeah.
I did not.
No.
No one's authority.
Good.
Sign language.
Come on.
Oh.
Transmission jammed at the
Too
source.
Oh,
smart.
naturally.
I'm a Vulcan. I have no ego to bruise. I would not presume to debate you. That is wise. In any case, we're right to invoke logic. Logic clearly dictates that the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. You are my superior officer. You are also my friend.
Oh.
I have been and always shall be yours.
Yeah, I like their friendship.
Stop energizing.
Good.
Stop energizing. Flip down speakers. So much for the little trading cruise.
I love his voice.
It's like, damn.
Oh my.
Course to intercept Enterprise ready, sir.
The Genesis effect. Matter is reorganized with life-generating results.
Try the emergency channels.
In other words, get out of my seat.
Yeah. I missed you.
Still communication, sir.
Eat
Let them eat static.
I love how they're dressed.
With shields down. Of course, we are one big happy fleet.
Oh, until they get you.
Ah, Kirk, my old friend. Do you know the Klingon proverb that tells us revenge is a dish that is best served cold?
For the
They're gonna wake you up.
very cold in space.
Space.
Oh, come on, put your shields up, baby.
Oh, sure.
I wonder if our guys are gonna know. Yep, so they know. Uh-oh,
Oh, boy.
phasers.
Phasers on target.
Ooh.
Ray shields. Fire!
Oh, boy.
Damn.
Come on,
Damn,
guys.
damn.
Oh, no.
You're not fast enough.
Wow, right to the engine.
Ooh-wee.
Like serious
Oh,
damage.
they're like lasering it.
Boy. Oh, wow.
Oh, boy.
And this guy,
That
oh,
guy's
get me
stuck
out of the
in there.
tube. Oh God, it's gonna,
Ooh,
oh,
it's getting
is it gonna like slice people? You can't
Watch
wear
out for
any
his
red.
Oh, whoop.
Luckily, the doors don't move as fast as in Star Wars.
Woo. Yep.
We meet again.
You still remember, Admiral. I cannot help but be touched. I, of course, remember you. What is the meaning of this attack? Where is the crew of the Reliant? Surely I have made my meaning plain. In addition to yourself, you hand over to me all data and material regarding the project called Genesis. Genesis? What's that? Thought in software. Give me some time to recall the data on our computers. I gave
If you didn't destroy
60
them.
seconds.
Oh,
Oh, 60 seconds. Wow.
Talk right in front of him.
yeah.
Whisper low.
Average. Admiral, it's coming through now, Con. Well, I've given you no word to keep. In
Gives
my
them their
judgment,
choice.
You simply have no alternative.
9.
Sir, our shields are dropping.
Good. Ha ha ha. Whoa.
Look at him now. Ha ha.
I can't.
Blasted, we
Yeah.
can't.
Oh, look at
his
him now.
eyes.
The override.
Ha ha.
Yay!
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
Right
hey.
where it counts. Right on your
Ooh.
head.
Everything fell in.
Yeah.
Fire! We can't fire, sir. Why can't you? They've damaged the photon control and the warp drive. We must withdraw. No!
He was so
Didn't take
close.
much.
God,
Whoa.
Ooh, look at that close.
Oh.
Now we'll intimidate you.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
no. Oh, crap.
Jeez.
Oh, my goodness.
Is the word given, Admiral? The word is given. Warp speed.
Oh, he just dies. Oh, look at the blood.
Space Station Regular 1, do you read?
Mr. Smiley, ship. Jim,
I have to learn.
be careful. We will.
I love his eyebrows.
Look at him.
Oh, there's blood on him. Ooh, that music.
Want to see something strange and mystical?
Yeah, we hear that sound now and again in different movies, right?
Yeah.
Did it originate with this?
I don't like him by himself.
Ooh, there's a rat
Oh,
there.
my gosh, that was-
Space rats.
Uh-oh.
He's gonna turn. He's gonna change.
Watch it.
Turn around,
Oh
Bonesy.
my God. Oh.
Thermonics.
I'm sorry.
Uh-oh, it's gonna heat you up. Uh-oh, I hear something going faster.
It's always a
Someone's
man.
got Oh, crap. Oh,
Oh, no!
yeah.
Great Scott!
Oh no.
Oh, that's it.
Wow. Oh.
Oh, you kidding me?
Need something bad funny.
They did this on purpose. Oh.
That's terrible. That's all the scientists.
Decided this couldn't happen too long ago, Jim. Carol.
This is
Yeah.
Enterprise
Yeah,
calling
where is
Space
she?
Where's
Center.
Dr. Marcus?
Respond, please.
Hmm.
Admiral, over here. Dr. Marcus, come in, please.
Oh,
Answer
boy.
her.
Oh,
Answer
boy.
them. Did they
Two things.
poop him out?
When we made him, he thought he controlled us, but he did not. The captain.
I
I
don't
don't know
know.
about him.
This could be part of the ploy.
Oh, look at him. I
Yeah.
think so. Look at him.
Yeah, they're still
No.
part of it. See
Yeah.
how he's stone-faced?
Oh, yeah, look at that.
They're trapping you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, look at Chekhov.
Oh, yeah, look at Chekhov.
Would tell him anything. When while he slit their throats, he wanted to tear the place apart.
No, see, they're,
Yeah, right
it's
there.
all part of the plan.
We won't have main power for 6 days.
Oh, he's
Oh,
listening into
crap.
everything.
Yes, he is.
Restoration may be possible
Oh,
in 2 days. By the book, Admiral. Meaning you can't even beam us back? Not at
Oh, he's loving
oh,
it.
crap, yeah.
Oh, this is terrible.
Oh, yeah.
The pig lizard is inside out.
It exploded.
It exploded.
Uh-oh.
Space rats.
Another mat. Oh, damn!
My God.
Oh. Come on,
Oh, my
stop.
God. Hmm. Yeah, that's-
He's hurt. He's so hurt. Look
Yeah.
at him.
Oh, Dr. Marcus. Jim!
Oh, wow.
Darling.
First name. This is.
Oh. Oh, he's really.
You're mine.
Is that David?
Oh.
Mother, he killed everybody we left
David?
behind. Of course he didn't. David, you're just making this harder. I'm afraid it's even harder than you think, Doctor.
Uh-oh.
boy.
Uh-oh.
Great,
Oh,
see?
Yeah,
Ah.
see? Yeah. Yeah. Still being controlled.
Sorry.
Hmm.
Your Excellency, have you been listening?
Excellency.
Oh, see? You son of a bitch.
I have indeed, Captain. You have done well.
You son of a bitch!
Don't react. Oh! Whoa!
Oh.
Anybody, Captain. We're waiting.
Come on, Cap.
What's the delay? All is well, sir.
God, just disintegrates them.
Beam of Genesis. I tried to obey, but killed him.
Fight it.
Down, down,
Aww.
down.
Yes! Oh, no.
Drop the
Eat
gun.
Yeah,
him
see?
alive.
Oh, no.
Put it on stun.
Oh, God.
Oh, Charles,
Oh, no,
good
he's
guy.
got to
Look
turn
how
it on
strong he
himself,
is.
I bet.
Yes,
No!
he is. Oh, he is, yeah. Oh,
Oh.
he's so...
Oh, no.
boy, no.
Because
My
he knew
brother.
he was going to do... Oh, no.
Oh, wow.
Ah.
Oh, crap.
Thank God Bones is there. Knock him out.
Did it kill him and now it's
Oh,
coming
it's
out
coming
of
out.
Oh,
his
it's bleeding,
Okay,
isn't
It
it?
was bloody.
Oh, it's blood, yeah.
It was a
Ooh,
lot
ooh,
bigger.
Oh, wow.
Did
Smush
Chekhov
it.
die?
Ugh.
Seriously?
Good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Who's hungry?
Oh, no, thank you.
Chekhov actually died?
Escargot.
That's gross.
Oh, good
No.
Genesis. Oh, crap.
Oh, he took it. Yeah, because he had the coordinates.
Left her, marooned for all eternity in the center of a dead planet. Buried alive. Buried alive.
Oh,
He is
boy,
chicken.
you gotta tell you. Oh, boy. Oh.
calling Enterprise. Can you read us?
He's coming around. Huh?
Can you read us?
Oh, good. He's alive.
Oh, God.
It's like, we need to talk.
And I wanted him in mine. Not chasing through the universe with his father.
Ah,
Yes, yeah.
confirmed. Well, that's hard. And Checker's like, la 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 la.
I hear nothing. Mike could hear.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh,
That's pretty neat.
He did all this in a day. The Matrix formed in a day. The life forms grew later at a substantially accelerated rate.
Wow.
jeez.
Where'd the life forms?
Oh.
This is incredible. Have you ever seen the light?
Look at the waterfalls.
Can I cook or can't I?
We're gonna eat all
You
these things
can.
now.
Yes.
Ever beat the no-win scenario?
How?
I reprogrammed the simulation so it was possible to rescue the ship.
What?
He cheated. Changed the conditions of the test. Got a commendation for original thinking.
Just fine.
Then you never faced that situation. Faced death.
I don't believe in the no-win scenario.
I've heard that.
Confident.
Curtis Spock. It's 2 hours. Are you ready? Right on schedule, Admiral. Just give us your coordinates and we'll beam you aboard. All right.
Yes.
I don't like to lose.
They can have a conversation while beaming.
Yeah,
Like,
yes, I guess so.
I'm taking this batch of sick bay.
By the book?
By the book. Regulation 46A. Your transmissions are being monitored during battle.
No uncoded messages on an open channel. You lied.
I exaggerated.
There's a
I
difference.
love it.
dun dun.
They go in there, we'll lose them. Explain it to them.
His ego.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh-oh, his bangs are going to go all awry.
I'll say this forum is consistent. We are now entering the Mutara Nebula.
Right over the eye. Ooh. Your vortex.
Target, sir.
Basilon, get on with me, sir. Best guess, Mr. Super Fire already.
In your rear. Right at you!
Oh, boy.
Oh, damn. Damn. Not again.
Just always right to the
Son of
right
a
to
gun.
that.
They know right where to
Come
go.
on.
This is bad now.
Oh,
Yours is superior.
He's gonna die. He did die.
you did, yeah.
And he actually cares for him. He actually cares for him.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's good to see that he actually cares for people. I thought he was just using them.
Those are his
He's the
people.
most-
Yeah, but I
no.
still thought he was using them. So that's good to see that he cares.
Whoa.
Oh,
That's the hit.
Ooh,
oh,
Ain't going nowhere
that
now.
looked bad.
Oh.
But now, woo.
Oop,
Oh,
it's
God.
clean off.
Whoa.
Ow.
Reliant.
Whoop.
You are ordered to surrender your vessel.
Is that a big
No.
button?
You know what that is, right?
That's the Genesis, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Boy.
Oh, no.
Crap.
Fond of observing, Doctor. I
I
am
am
not
not a
human.
human.
You're not going in there.
Isn't he half human?
Perhaps you're right.
There's half.
What is Mr. Scott's condition?
Why? Don't put him in there.
Think that he...
Oh, look at
Oh,
him.
my God.
Oh, he's going to do it anyway.
Yes, he is.
Looks painful.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, he's saving the day.
Yeah.
Boy.
In the newer movies, Kirk went instead of Spock.
Oh, look at it. Look at it.
Oh, God.
Whoa.
He's going to the reactor. Reactor
Yeah.
core.
Whoa. Oh, that's... Boy,
Better not
Spock.
die.
Whoa. Oh, see, look at him.
You can't get away from hell's heart. I stab at thee. For hate's sake, I spit my last breath at thee.
Whoa. Whoa.
Wow. Haha. They got out.
Just in time.
Woo!
We are out of here.
Just imagine how fast all that stuff's coming out.
Oh, Spock.
Yeah, you better be okay.
Hurry. Flood the whole compartment. He's dead already.
He's not dead.
Oh, they think
He'll
that
come back.
because of the
No.
radiation.
Spock!
Are we still alive? Okay. They can't let him out.
They can't.
Right.
There's too much radiation in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at him. Always the officer.
Oh, jeez.
Holy crap, look at his
Oh, look at
face.
his face. Yeah. Oh, boy. Where's Spock?
Ship. Out of danger.
Oh.
Yes.
Come on, seriously?
Come on.
Live long. Prosper.
That can't happen,
What a
Tom.
hero.
Yeah. No.
It just did.
No, seriously. I was like, oh, you just need to take a nap. You'll be okay.
Oh,
We
yeah.
are assembled here today.
Wow.
No.
Final respects to our honored dead.
Spock.
Don't
Yet it
say
should be noted that in the midst of our sorrow, this death takes place in the shadow of a new life, the sunrise of a new world, a world that our beloved comrade gave us
Ooh,
life.
very
She's great here.
changed.
On us.
I can't believe they killed him off. I'm in such denial.
Yeah.
I don't mean to intrude.
Just need a hug.
And
Mom,
also
push him over.
proud
To be your son.
very proud
Oh.
To be your son.
to be your son.
Yeah. Oh, okay, she told you.
Yes.
That's so good.
I'll give you
I mean, how many years? That's so crazy.
Yeah,
That's
always.
Oh, wow. Oh. Yeah.
Hug your mother, Tom.
Avenge log, stardate 8141.6. Starship Enterprise departing for City Alpha 5 to pick up from USS Reliance. All is well. And yet I can't help wondering about the friend I leave behind.
yeah.
Yeah.
There are
The
always
light.
possibilities, Spock said. And if Genesis is indeed life from death, I must return to this place again. He's really not dead. As long as we remember him. I feel young.
It's gonna pop out. I'm alive.
Okay, he's out.
Well, there's torpedoes there.
Yeah.
Torpedoes there.
I have like all this hope.
I'm all better.
I'm a jungle man.
Come and get me.
Yes.
They left him a communicator.
To Puerto Rico, where no man has gone before.
Yeah. Oh.
Spock!
Yes. Oh.
My goodness!
Our
Oh,
hero.
my gosh.
I
Yes, for
really did
sure.
not
Yes.
expect that.
Oh, yeah.
I love the music so much. Oh my god.
It was great music.
Yeah.
Very good,
Uplifting
yeah.
and
It was very positive.
Wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it had
Good.
like
But it had its
and then
demonic
you
moments,
kind of
right?
know,
Yeah,
it's almost like
definitely, yeah.
Star Wars kind of feel where
Yeah.
you knew it was really good and when
Oh,
something
boy.
bad's
You
going
knew
to
when the
happen.
intensity was
Yeah.
going to kick up.
Yeah,
That's right.
boy.
yeah, I really think that the balance, we had like so much drama and so many emotions all the way through. The comedy was
right.
awesome. I enjoyed that a lot. So just a balance of everything I felt. I felt like it was
right.
wholesome. And the music, like we were talking about, it's like very energetic and positive when it needs to be positive, and then it's very dark when it needs to be like that.
That's
And
right,
it was
yeah.
just very
That's right.
well-rounded in that way. I am so happy that we actually experienced the
Yeah,
old
that
Star
was
Trek
good.
together.
Definitely,
Yeah.
You know, we
I
did
loved it.
see the first 3 movies, the newer movies with Chris Pine on our channel,
Yes,
and
we did, yeah.
that's what I got really familiar with. And when we were kids, Tom, you were huge into Star Trek, and so was our oldest brother, Freddie. So
Yeah.
I knew some stuff about it, but I never actually watched it. And when we watched the Chris Pine movies, I was even more curious because I just never took that opportunity when I was a kid to really watch it. And, you know, just relating to the newer movies, I know a lot of Star Trek fans don't really care for the newer movies or find, compare a lot of things from the old ones.
Well, it's because they did
Original.
things differently.
Yeah.
You know, so as you can probably remember from, the J.J. Abrams movies that you guys saw,
Yeah.
the second movie was
Into
more
the
in tune
darkness.
with Khan and all that stuff. So it was more similar to this movie, but it was totally different at
Yeah.
the same time. You know,
Well, it
'cause-
took place in
That's right,
space
yeah.
mainly, which makes sense. But
no, Star
sometimes,
Trek in space.
but sometimes we're on
Oh,
planets
my
and stuff, and maybe it's because I relate it more to Star Wars in that case.
It was
where
a big
lot of
space
things,
battle.
Yeah, a lot of times things take place in space, but you also have like big wars that happen on planets and more fist fights and not just ships going after each other. Like we had, some fights in here, but it was like a lot of ship fighting. So Into Darkness, it was mainly on ships.
Right.
Like they had fights hand to hand as well, but it was mainly on ships in that movie. And in the first one, I think there was more planets and stuff too.
But there was some differences where in the newer movies they make it known that Spock created the Kobayashi Maru, where
yeah,
here
that's what
it's
I was familiar with.
just a test that they had and Spock never took it. But Kirk did, and we found out that he still cheated.
Yeah, that was kind of neat that they kept that the same. I caught that too. And in the beginning, right when we heard of that name, say it again. I always say
The
it wrong.
Kobayashi Maru.
Kobayashi Maru. Like I noticed, I recognized that name from the J.J. Abrams movies, and I was like, oh wait. And then I thought, okay, yeah, Kirk cheated on that, and in my mind, I'm thinking this. And when we first saw it in here, I was like, oh, well, obviously this is where the reference came from, but I really thought that maybe this was the original story on how they made this test later, and then it was actually the test though. So anyways, like I was
That's
I
the
thought it
very
was
beginning
really
where
cool
you guys
at the
thought that
beginning.
all the main cast was being
I
killed
know, I was
off.
like,
think
hey,
this
they're
is
nailing all the people.
Yeah,
Wait.
so what the heck happened here?
Yeah,
Right.
like, there's no way
And
they just
Savick was
died.
like totally,
so-
logical.
Yes,
Because
yes.
Kirk
Yeah.
technically cheated, but he changed the conditions of the course to make him win.
so
Because he
there
doesn't
is a
believe in a no-win
possibility.
scenario.
Yeah.
And I've heard that quote many times.
How they did it in the newer movies, I wasn't a big fan of it because they made him seem like he was too cocky about it. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna.
He was
win
like a
now.
rebel.
That's
And,
right,
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
mean, they kind of, I don't know,
I know because he lost his dad early, and
right, yeah.
that wasn't a thing either. Like, he
but it was
probably in
it
the
was a
old
totally different
series,
story
That's right.
with similar aspects to it. So
too. Yeah,
I liked I loved watching this because I do remember the old show, the original show, and I loved seeing the cast, the
Oh, I
original
do
cast.
too,
It was
definitely,
phenomenal.
yes.
And I loved Christy Alley in this too.
Oh, that was good. Yes, Chrissy, that
Yeah,
was
there were a lot of faces that I
Yeah.
recognized, of course, but I haven't seen them really in anything else. I mean, a few people. I mean, William Shatner you see everywhere.
William Shatner,
Still,
yeah,
he's
you know,
amazing.
yeah.
And,
He's 90,
You know.
93?
yeah, he's
Yeah.
just amazing. He looks great, you
Yes.
know. And again, this came out in 1982, and he looks awesome here. And I loved Kirk's character in this because not seeing the show, I mean, knowing very little about it. You know, William Shatner, I know he was like a ladies' man, and he always hooked up with aliens and stuff, right? And here, like, we see him, he's older, and technically not really retired, but he's an admiral, he's promoted, and he's not doing what he was born to do. Like, he's
Right.
such a good
That's right,
captain, and his friends saw that, and Spock, you know, he's always very wise, and he, like, was
And
talking to him
Bones,
about
too,
that you're not
yeah.
you're not living your full potential.
Right.
So to see Kirk struggle with his age and feeling too old
That's
and
right.
stuff, and actually going back into space and being forced into this position
That's
of
right.
taking charge again.
Yeah,
Like, that was neat to
it's
see
a
that.
renewed
That's
sense
right.
of youngness.
Yeah, because it's a
Right.
personal
Yes.
experience. Like, you
Yes.
can relate to that, and I enjoyed
Yeah,
that.
because you know, being promoted, he was doing more desk work,
Okay,
you know,
like
inspections,
And he was feeling older.
slowing
Yes.
down.
Yeah.
and he was
Definitely.
feeling it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's why Spock was, and even McCoy was talking about that. You know, get your command back, and
Yeah, absolutely. I loved seeing McCoy Bones. You know, he had that. You know, he still had that funny role. Where I was kind of sad that Scotty in this movie wasn't as funny because he had a lot of serious moments. I mean,
Yeah.
a lot
Yeah.
of his men
Yeah.
died, and you know, he had a lot of serious moments.
That's
but
right.
I still love seeing
But
Scotty.
McCoy has always been, you know, one thing I like about his character is that he doesn't care what rank you are.
Yeah.
He'll tell you how it is.
Right.
Yeah.
Good for
Right.
You
you.
know, just
I like
in your
the
face, so
honesty.
you can't go in there, you know.
Yeah.
Even telling
Yeah.
Spock that,
Yeah.
too.
Right. He's a
Even-
scientist down to the
Yeah,
core.
throughout
He
the entire
knows.
series, McCoy has always butted heads with Spock, you know,
That's right, yeah.
because of his logicness and
Yes, and I
Yeah,
love
their
how he gets so
intelligence is so-
he gets so emotional. You
That's
can't
right.
do that.
I love how dramatic
Yeah.
McCoy is. I enjoy so many of the characters, but he really cracks me up. He's a good serious character too, but he just has those dramatic lines all the
Oh,
time to
that's
really
right,
like
yeah.
put it in your face like,
Damn
damn
it.
it, Jim, I'm a doctor, not a barber. I'm a doctor, not a whatever. And it's just, you know, I love those quotes. And
at the end, going to a more serious moment. At the
Yeah.
end, when you see, you know, Spock's funeral,
Yeah.
and you see Saavik sitting there or standing there, and she has a
Right.
tear coming down her
because
eye.
she's Vulcan too.
She's
so.
Vulcan, so she can't feel emotions, or she doesn't
Right.
express emotions.
Yes.
But that to tell that it really affected her so
Oh,
much that
definitely.
she shed a tear.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Something, yeah.
Exactly.
Like that.
And you know, working with more humans like Spock. I mean,
He's half human.
He would. Yeah, he's half
Yeah,
human.
he is
but
half human.
I mean, you start to adapt and start to learn. Oh, yeah, I really do care for these
That's
people.
right.
You know.
Yeah.
after
Yeah,
so many
and just see that
Yes.
it's not always about being logical because they have to like make reasons why they do things, and it's okay to have emotions sometimes. And I know it's more of a human thing, and her being full Vulcan was even bigger of a
Oh,
deal
yes.
because like
Yeah.
they full on just don't have those kind of feelings that they do, but they just don't
They
express
do,
them
but
like
they're
people.
you know, they're held in. They're trained to.
Or is it just
Yeah.
trained from kids? Because we saw Spock struggle with that because he's half human. So is that just the human side? Because they made it more.
Well,
it seemed more like
if you
that.
watch
in the
if you
newer-
watch any of the Star Trek series, any of the ones that especially have Vulcans in it, like the original or even some of the newer ones,
Yeah.
they do talk about how, you know, Vulcans go through periods of time where their mentality, they have to go get refocused because they start to break their character.
Gotcha.
Especially when they get older, you know, they can't control their emotions like they used to.
Yeah.
So it starts to, you know, break down and whatnot, and their emotions start to come out.
Yeah. Okay.
So they
Go
do
back
have
to
emotions. They're just
Vulcan school.
kept in.
Okay. And I do recall Spock's dad in the J.J. Abrams movies. Like he got emotional too when his wife perished. It was quick, but you know you're not supposed to show emotion, kind of thing. So I love that idea, you know. And Leonard Nimoy, like loved him. Again, like I didn't see the old Star Trek, but I just know he was so well known and loved by many people. And I think he's a wonderful actor. And actually seeing him perform in this movie was wonderful. I'm still in denial that they killed off his character in this movie.
Yeah,
I mean,
but where did he land? He landed,
he's that wonderful star.
So,
That son.
Okay.
So there's hope that
rejuvenate.
he's possibly still alive somehow. And
or rejuvenate.
I was like, Jungle Man.
Just imagine.
I'm hoping.
Okay, so you guys have the option to
Rejuvenate.
watch the next movie
okay.
and find out what's going on and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Imagine people in '82 who saw this movie and there was no movie coming out right after this. Imagine how they felt.
Yeah, no,
I was actually
Right.
thinking that
Definitely,
when we were
right.
watching the funeral. I'm
Yeah.
like,
But just,
I can't even
just
imagine
the
what my parents were
backlash
thinking.
that happened after this movie was released. So many fans were pissed off that they killed Spock. Like, how can you kill one of the best characters on the show?
Yeah.
They make it a shock,
Exactly.
like anything
Yeah,
can happen to
it
anyone.
was totally
no
a
one's
shock.
safe.
That's
I mean,
for
I
sure,
was
yeah.
completely not even being a huge fan because I never watched the series.
that's
That
really sad
I was
about it.
devastated too. I know you
Yeah,
guys were
yeah,
crying,
yeah,
and
yeah.
usually I
That's
cry
okay.
too. But I was just like, "There's no way they killed him
No.
off," and it really started hitting me once they like shot him off into space in his coffin.
You're like,
and
that's
I'm
kind
like,
of final.
I'm like,
It's
holy
like,
crap!
okay.
Or just seeing the melting skin on his face, and I was like, oh crap! Well, maybe
Yeah.
they have some kind of technology to be like beep beep boop boop. Okay, you'll
Rejuvenation
regenerate or
cream.
something later on.
The reason why they couldn't just go in
He had
and
so
grab
much
him,
radiation.
there was so much radiation,
Yeah,
you have to
you
wait for it to
can't.
dissipate. And by that time, he's already gone, and it's beyond the point of even
Yeah,
surviving.
Definitely.
I was
right.
thinking like Dawn Realistics, where I was like, okay, well he's gonna fucking pinch himself, take a nap, and then wake up re-energized later.
Remember.
And be like, oh, yeah,
Remember.
like yeah, everything's okay, and you'll just take a nap and come back to life, and oh, now my body absorbed this radiation, and now I can resist it, or something crazy, and like come up with some excuse to make him survive. But I mean, I don't like at all that he died in this, but it really made me go, oh crap, like anything could
Yeah, it's
happen
the
in
shock
Star
factor.
Trek too. Yeah, it's definitely the
Yeah.
shock factor.
But one thing that this is one of my favorite of the original Star Trek movies, but there's one continuity error that's in this that you guys probably won't notice unless you watch the original episode where Khan was introduced. In the very beginning of the movie, when Captain Sorrell and Chekhov, first get introduced to Khan, Khan goes to Terrell and he goes, "I don't know you." Then he goes to Chekhov and goes, "But you."
Yeah.
Never forget a face. Well, in I forget exactly what season it was, but the episode Space Seed took place in either season 1 or season 2. But for any of us who've watched the original Star Trek, know that Chekhov's character never was introduced until season 3. So he never actually met Khan. So that's kind of a big
That's a
continuity error.
writer's error, I think.
Yeah,
right?
so-
I guess so.
But I mean, if you leave that aside, it's a fantastic movie. But
That's right,
just
yeah.
knowing that one piece, you're kind of like,
Hey.
So the first
Hold on a
guy to
second.
come, he's
Know that I
like,
know
you,
that-
I've never met you before. And then he goes to Chekhov, and you, I haven't met you either.
Right.
Yeah.
But you know that I know
Just
your
say.
boss.
Yeah, so that is interesting. Thanks for
Yes.
sharing that detail.
We
and-
also see Jim's son too. He has
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
right.
a shop
Jim's
too,
son,
right?
and he had a love
Yeah.
interest. The
You tried to kill him?
Dr. Marcus.
Again,
yes.
rumors, I heard that he slept with a lot of alien people, so I kind of assumed he'd have a lot of babies all
Well,
over the
he's-
universe. But
yeah, he's Kirk. I mean, a lot of women have gotten Kirkified, 3
Yeah.
times.
and what was her name? Savik. I really liked her character.
Savage, yeah.
Yeah.
Kirstie Alley?
Yeah, and she, in the beginning when she was wearing like that kind of robe-looking outfit, I was
Yeah,
like,
oh,
oh, they're
she
gonna
had
hook
the
up or
husk
something
from.
because I know he hooks up with
Oh my
aliens all the
gosh,
time, so who knows?
And she's Vulcan, so we're talking about she's very logical and emotions, but
Right.
at the
Handsome,
end
it's
when her
logical.
hair got really
Oh,
different,
that's right.
It's like,
God,
is that-
ooh,
Is that still regulation?
Yeah, is that regulation or what?
that's right.
I like those
Right.
like quick comments with like McCoy going into the elevator and be like, "Did you change your hair?" It's like, "Oh, I haven't noticed." Like, I think that's so
Right, yeah.
fun, you know?
Who's holding up the damn elevator?
Yeah,
Oh,
like
my
that
gosh,
kind of
that's
dialogue
good.
was awesome, or dialogue was awesome.
Well, to me, it makes it feel more real because that's how things would be like in real life.
Yeah.
Right.
You're not
right.
always just strict.
Oh,
You
that's right.
you have a little fun and you poke fun at people.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I actually
gosh.
thought Kirk was gonna pinch Marcus's ass at the end when they were looking at the. We're back.
I really enjoyed that Kirk and David. They
Yes.
That's right.
they got along
He
at
wanted
the end
to.
and hugged.
That's
I
right.
think that was very
And
sweet.
David
A good
was
way
very
to
proud
end
of
it.
him too.
Yeah.
He was.
That's
It wasn't
good.
spiteful, because I'm sure that
Well,
could have
I
been a
mean-
whole thing all his life. He didn't know his dad.
Right.
Well, he tried.
Yeah.
Remember, he tried to kill him at one point.
That's right.
Yeah.
But at that point, he didn't know that Kirk was his father.
Yeah,
Okay.
no,
Right.
exactly.
Carol
Yeah.
never told him that.
That's right.
That's
You know.
That's right.
Yeah, because when you said that, I was like, oh, yeah, that's not good. But yeah,
Yeah.
so he didn't know this whole time. But I'm glad that he accepted it and, like, honestly, with open arms and went up to him and hugged him and said he was proud
Yeah.
of him. So
That's
that's
good.
really important.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah,
enjoyed seeing
definitely.
that.
And
Yeah.
who was phenomenal, but the villain, Khan, was phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
He was
oh
great.
My God, Ricardo Montalban.
You know, I thought Khan was a different person, but there was a bad guy probably in a different Star Trek series called, I think his name was Q or something. I think I confused that actor with Khan. You
So,
know, I've never
Q-
seen this before. I just,
Q was introduced in The Next Generation.
okay.
He's also in Deep Space Nine and Voyager.
Okay.
He's an entity. He's not a bioengineered human like Khan
Highly
was.
intelligent, yeah.
So Khan was developed in the late 20th century by genetics, but he was
Right.
bioengineered.
Yeah.
So that's why he's got super intellect. He's got super strength. Because you saw him pick up
He's a
Chekhov with
super
one hand.
soldier
That's right.
With a
Yeah.
hand up.
Extra smart.
Yeah,
With the perfectly
yeah.
placed
With a
handle.
convenient Khan.
I know, isn't that fun? This is just for picking up. Oh crap! I'm gonna wear this suit today. I know what that means. That was
You
awesome.
get the one with the handle on it. Oh,
Yeah.
Right.
Now, I do have to say that their outfits, the costumes, I won't say costumes, but the outfits
Uniforms.
and the uniforms, the sets, like all of that, like 1982, you can't always go by that because we've seen a lot of wonderful movies around that time that the special effects and everything involved were just very good. Like it was,
Well,
you
they're
know,
all
some things are
practical
very...
effects.
Yeah, but you
Yeah.
have things that are sometimes too stylized, but they're still fun. And here, it was more realistic. Like, yes, you could tell it was kind of in the 80s, but I really enjoyed all the thought and detail that went into everything. I mean, the suits were actually very cool looking. I mean, Khan's people, which I like that style, like they're tribal in a way. They were
Yeah,
surviving
they've been
on
in
their
there.
own.
They've been on that planet for 15 years.
That's
For a
right.
very long
Yes.
time. Yeah, so they have like
That's
their...
Yeah.
And 14 and a half of
high-tech-
those was a sandy planet, with a harsh atmosphere.
That's right.
Exactly. So they have like a mix of like this tribal wear that you would have in that kind of environment, and even like the logos and stuff, or the like the badges that they wear, that iconic badge. Like Khan was wearing that, but it was like made out of like metal and stuff, but it looked very old and
Right.
rugged, and so I like how they mix both different times into their outfits, and to make them look so different from everyone else. It's like these not cavemen, but these
But I don't know
very
if you
tribal
noticed, but
animalistic people.
when his old people went to the Reliant, I don't know if you noticed, but a lot of them were wearing just like the coats and stuff from the crew.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
were just had them, on.
Yeah, I did notice that. And yeah, so them actually getting right onto that ship and then having like a ship battle, like I thought that was kind
Yeah.
of cool to see that. Like
And
trying out
Khan's
with each
right hand
other.
man reminded me of like Sulu, like trying to warn him, don't go there, don't go
right,
in the
don't go,
nebula,
yeah.
we will have everything will be shut down.
But,
He's
it's like-
I told you.
But Kirk knew that if I just poke the bear a little bit, he's gonna come at me, and
That's right.
he was just
That's
so
right. He knew his opponent.
vengeful. He
That's
just
right.
wanted to get him, and
What a great weakness, though.
Yes,
'cause
he was just
would
very
be-
tunnel vision.
Yeah, like he's like a formidable guy, and here like he's so obsessed with getting Kirk that
Because
that's
his wife
downfall.
died. The core thing was his
And
wife
Yeah,
died.
his-
right, it did, yeah.
now if you guys saw the original episode, his wife was a member of Kirk's crew,
Okay.
who Khan met there, and when everything went down, she wound up going with them, to the planet that they were marooned on.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
And she
Kirk, like,
ultimately
how did
dies.
she die? Like, I know he's blaming Kirk for how she
Those
died.
those
Because they brought
insects,
him
Oh, okay.
those
Sorry.
little creatures.
there.
They
So
said
now
he-
he's breeding them.
within
for-
the first. Within
Yeah.
the first couple of months they were there, it killed 20 of his
Yeah.
men, including his beloved
Okay.
wife.
Okay, and when he was talking about his wife early on too, like I just assumed, because I knew he was going to be a really bad person in this, that I was like, he's not going to care about anyone else but himself. He's going to be very vain. He's going to have followers and stuff possibly, but it's mainly because they respect him or fear him or whatever. And him talking about his wife, I thought it was more of a pride thing where he wasn't really hurt by it, but he was like, you can't take something away from me because I had this. But he actually emotionally loved her. And even though it was hinted at throughout this whole thing, and he's like, "You killed my wife." I still took it as like, "Oh, well, you took something from me," kind of thing, like not an emotional thing. And at the end, when he hugged his first-hand guy, or second-hand guy, he just like hugged him, and he got upset.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, he really does care for his people."
That's
it's
good.
not.
Yeah.
I know they really
does.
respect him, but I just thought it was because they were kind of brainwashed, or he helped them survive, so they
Right.
were completely
Well,
indebted to him.
all those people are his people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
but his
he
people
loves-
can go in many ways, but his people as emotionally, like...
Well, he's been
Yeah.
ruined with these. I think originally it was 70, then it was down to I think 60, and it just dwindled every year.
yeah.
So those are his people that he's been with for the past 15 years.
Right.
Yeah.
He truly does
Stranded,
care about
surviving.
them.
Yeah,
You know?
so that
You get a little more close to the people you survive with and you just live with.
exactly. Yeah, they full on
Exactly.
respect each other, and that's a stronger group.
Right.
That's
Because
right.
they really
Yeah.
care for each other, and they've been through so much that they're willing to do anything to protect each other.
Now, just a little bit of trivia. During the making of this film, Kirk and Khan never actually had any face-to-face interaction while filming.
Are you kidding? All the way through?
So all those scenes where you see Kirk on the bridge talking
Yep.
to Khan, they were all filmed separately.
Isn't that something?
Yeah.
Wow. God.
I'm glad I didn't know that beforehand, because that would kind of like ruin it for me a
But
little bit.
the timing and everything was done very well.
It was, yeah.
Yes,
And then
yeah.
we were looking at the screen too. 'cause
You
they're
wouldn't even
different
know
ships.
that they
Right.
didn't.
Yeah.
They had
Yeah.
no interaction.
And I actually thought, never seeing this before, I thought there was going to be like a fist fight in this between the two guys, like Khan and Kirk, and maybe I was thinking
I'm
of
old,
Q and
you're
someone
old.
else.
Well, if this was the TV series, they probably would have.
Yeah.
Because Kirk always got into
Yes, he always,
rumbles and whatnot.
Right.
And
That's right. And poor Terrell too. He turned the phaser on himself.
Oh, he was such a
I
good
know.
guy.
Yeah,
I
that's
know.
right. Yes.
What a way to die too, just like
But-
incinerate.
Oh,
Like,
one thing too
He was
that's
so
kind of
loyal.
funny if you think about it. So at the beginning of the series, you saw Captain Sorrell and Chekhov, who is
Right.
the first officer of the Reliant.
Yes.
So your two senior officers went down on this mission to check the planet out.
That's right.
When you see Kirk and McCoy going to the space station to check it out, Savick goes, she's quoting regulation that, senior officers shouldn't be beaming to an unknown destination without an armed escort.
Yes.
But they didn't have it. Those guys didn't do that in the first place. If they had an armed escort, then maybe
Maybe they would
they could have fought their way out of there.
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe,
yeah. Well, Savik's
So that-
look too. It's like she did that on purpose to force it, because like she's like, yeah.
Well, because he
And
did
I
say
think
there's no
she-
such regulation.
And I
Yeah.
think she really wanted the experience too, and she
Right.
wanted to prove herself
That's
because
right.
it was really getting on her with that test.
Yeah.
that she
That's
felt.
right,
Yeah.
And so it's assumed that Spock took over, right? When she went down with them.
Well, yeah, because he said the Spock
Yeah.
has the ship.
You're on it.
And then when they started doing the, because Kirk knew that he was being monitored when he was talking.
Yeah,
yeah,
that
on the
was
radio.
perfect, and I didn't
Yeah,
realize
yeah.
he knew that.
Yeah, so they changed things. So he explained it. It was days are hours, hours are minutes. So when he was given, it'll take 6 days, it'll be 6 hours. It'll be
Yeah.
or however that ratio worked out.
Yes.
But it was all coded.
Uh huh.
Wow.
So
Yeah, that was
She
smart.
was
I was kind of
impressed.
hoping
She was
that
very
something
impressed
tricky
with
was
that.
going on there, and
That's good.
yeah, but that was well done. I really like how they did that. And I'm going back again to the main crew that everyone's familiar with, like Uhura. We didn't really see much of her, but she was just doing her job.
She
and
was,
I'm just glad
she
everyone
was always
involved.
impeccable with her job.
Oh,
She always
definitely,
communicated very calmly.
Scotty.
And, you can just tell when she
Yes.
did get nervous, her
Yeah.
voice would be
That's right.
Because they were more like on the
louder,
sidelines, but
clearer.
That's right.
yeah, but I'm glad that they were still like involved all the way through the movie.
Oh,
It wasn't
yeah.
just like a
Yeah,
quick,
definitely.
hey,
Right.
we're
yeah,
working
like
on the
little
ship. and that's
cameos
it.
here
Yeah.
and there. No, they were
That's
through.
good.
And Preston, I did feel bad about, because I know, like you said, that he's from this movie, like he wasn't from the series, right?
no, he was a cadet in this, so he's
Mm-hmm.
fresh off the line. But
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
kind of why they gave him a focus at the beginning when Kirk first boarded the ship.
I know, because we stood or stayed on that scene for a
Right.
bit, and I was like, okay, is something going to happen to this
Yeah,
guy?
she
or
can,
is he gonna do
rise
something
above
later?
everyone else.
That's right.
Well, they
Kind
didn't
of
give him a red
did.
shirt, so I mean, that wasn't.
I know that was a bad
Couldn't
joke.
give
I
it
couldn't
away.
help it. I kept like obsessing over the red
She wearing
shirts.
a
I'm
red
like, was he wearing a red shirt? He shouldn't have done that. No,
Oh,
but
poor
but
Scotty.
the way that they filmed things in this, like the dramatic scenes, that it was done well. You know, like you really felt bad, and when Preston was able to talk to Kirk right before he died, you see the blood on his uniform, like that was sad, and he kept it open because they just had a major battle, or not really a battle. They were getting attacked, and he was all disheveled and everything. And, you know, so his vest was open or whatever. And then just to have the pure white with the blood contrast, it was just always a reminder of this innocent person that was so loyal and stayed at his post the entire time and died. Like, it was just very tragic. So I like how they showed that. And I do have a question, too, because Kirk later on, when he was having his drink, you know, mourning his friends. I'm so sad about Spock, but he was mourning Spock, and here his vest or his shirt was open again. So does that mean like you're off duty?
I knew you were going to ask that.
Like that's like a tie being loosened up.
Yeah, I kind of took that
because you see him at different times. He opens it and then he closes it. Yeah. And I was hoping you weren't going to ask that because I completely forgot what that means.
Yeah, I know it means something. Sorry.
It's like I'm not on deck when I'm on deck.
Well, no, because when he went back on the bridge, he still had it open.
But they would just finish him. You know.
Yeah, I think it's. I want to say it's probably a command decision, like where I'm in command.
Like everything's kind of like not
and then
when
it's closed, it's
right
more
now.
formal. But
don't ask me any
that,
questions.
Yeah, right now.
Stop asking me questions.
Probably because everything's improv and you can't like there nothing's like I don't know what the word is for it, but you're not doing anything like by protocol at this point. Like everything's on
right because he does it so casual. It's kind of you don't see a clear cut. Okay, and you don't really see anybody else doing that same thing. They either have it open or they have it closed, and usually it's closed.
Because I noticed it. Like I'm like, why does he keep doing that?
When
they were getting attacked, I get like it could have just
Tom
opened
does not want to commit.
Yeah, I'm not gonna commit.
Yeah, I know because a lot of times
it's been a long time since I thought about that. I'm like, I can't.
About certain details, you know.
I love the scene where at the end when Kirk was going down to see Spock when Bones told him come down now right away, and I loved how he pushed one of the cadets aside and just slid down the ladder. He just took his legs and just went outside and just to get down there so fast. That was so dramatic.
I mean, to me, that's more realistic than taking it one step at a time.
Absolutely. I thought that was great.
But speaking of the ladder, it's like when the whole battle scene was going on and engineering was getting pummeled, that one guy in the tube elevator. I would not want to be in that thing.
No.
I mean, the front of it's open, and the rest of it's like glass or plastic. It's like I don't want to be here.
The idea of like going back to the sets, like I really enjoyed on how they made things feel so futuristic. And even though this movie is from 1982, like you didn't have the generic type props that I think would be in something like this back then, where you have like things you could buy at a store, like they had those like plasma discs, like those lightning discs, because that was the first thing I thought we were going to see a lot of in this movie. And again, you can't like judge something like that because a lot of good movies out there don't have elements like that. But sometimes like you have a cheesier movie, you just get cheaper props that normal people buy at a store.
If you watch the original series, the Bridge of the Enterprise is so different because it's so less tech than the movies were.
You get a higher budget, a bigger budget.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. The budget then was so small. I mean, so small that they had to just get what they could. A lot of the sets were plywood, and then all the buttons were just whatever was available then. So it's a very 70s look to it.
Yeah, and you can get creative with that too, though.
Yeah. Right. But here, in the 80s, computers weren't like they are today, so they upgraded it to what the time was. Right. Mm-hmm. Then, of course, in the J.J. Abrams movies, they were even more upgraded. A little bit too much, if you ask me, because it's still the future's past. But anyways, we won't get into that.
Exactly. It's way back when they're trying to be like
it's like if you do like a Next Generation or Deep Space Nine or Voyager, then it could look really shiny and pretty and everything, but you're still in the original era where but I see what they're trying to go with. They're trying to make it more technology than there is now, because we have this now, then it should be better than this now. Mm-hmm. I get that.
Yeah. But overall, like, you really enjoyed this movie. I hear a lot of people, for you guys to all request us to watch this movie and skip the first one. Like, we never get requests really for the first one. It's always this one. And I thought that was so odd, because we tried to watch them in order.
The first movie it doesn't hold. There is no story in there that holds to this movie.
Yeah.
You know, it's pretty much a standalone movie.
Yeah.
So there's really nothing to take away from there that because
That's
their
what a lot of fans
uniforms
were
were
saying.
totally different. Just the whole genre.
It was almost like a reset kind of thing.
Yeah, because that was their first movie going from a TV series to a movie.
Yeah, the trial and error.
I mean,
That must have
it's
been great
still,
though for the actors.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to the big time. You know,
Yeah.
it's
That's right.
like it's
Yeah, it's
to me,
exciting.
I still enjoy watching it, but it's not the same feel. You watch this movie, you go, this is a Star Trek movie.
Yeah, I got really
That's right,
invested in it. It had a mix of everything again, a good balance, and I like that when you have like the drama, the action, the humor. I love humor.
And the Enterprise in the movies now is a lot different than the original series. It looks totally different. It's the same Enterprise, but in the movies, I think they do mention that in the first movie. It went through a refit, so the Enterprise got refitted with all new technology. It's been updated. They actually made it bigger than the original Enterprise, but it is still the original Enterprise.
Yeah.
You know how like when you rebuild a house, you got to keep like one wall up or something,
Yeah.
and it's still the same
Right.
house, but
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
completely new.
It's like
Kind of the
grandfather
same
or
thing,
something.
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the Enterprise is bigger, it's newer, it's up to date with technology for the time. You know, it's just it looks different. I like it better, honestly, because you know, I think it's cool.
Yeah, it's neat. So I worked on a couple things. I want to make sure we cover everything. One thing that they didn't show in here was Uhura and Spock, because I know in the newer movies they have a relationship, and it was hinted at in the series,
yes.
but nothing actually happened in the old series, right?
Well, because you know, Spock never showed his emotions to anything, and it was never, you know,
Never went beyond that.
you know, you never really. I mean, the relationships that you see in the newer movies is nothing like they had in the regular
Right.
series.
Yes.
Yeah, there really wasn't anything. I mean,
They sat next to each other. That was
yeah, I mean there was a lot of interactions, but there was no romantic
On the
involvement.
bridge.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, I like that extra with them being in a relationship in the newer ones, but I don't know like how fans, like older fans, responded.
Older
to that.
fans probably didn't like it as much. I mean, it's
because it never happened
it's
like that.
because it's not staying in tune to the original series.
Yeah.
They're changing it, and some people don't like change.
Yeah. Now, I'm jumping around here because I have so many things in my head right now about this movie. But, okay, so one thing, there was a few things that stood out, again, being familiar with J.J. Abrams movies. When, at the end, when Spock, right before he died, and he was trying to fix the ship so they could take off, something kind of similar happened in, what was it? Was it still Into Darkness? Maybe that movie or the third movie. I think it was the second movie, the newer movie. And Kirk actually pushes Spock back because Spock said something similar where he's like, I can handle this, but humans can't. And then Kirk's like, you can't do this. I'm going to do it. And he jumped in. He was able to fix the ship where the ship landed, or I can't remember exactly, but he saved everyone. So Kirk sacrificed himself instead of Spock, and he was locked in that chamber, and then his friends are looking at him, and they're like, oh God, we can't get to you. But they were able to save him at the end. So I was kind of hoping that I had two scenarios where I was like, okay, well, the same thing's going to happen in this movie. Again, I know this came out first, so originally it was here. But I'm like, either Spock's going to be saved by something, like maybe the Genesis somehow is going to save him, or he actually dies in this, and fans were so mad about it that this new Star Trek was kind of like, we're going to show them. Kirk is going to survive. He's not going to die.
Well, it looks like he landed on that paradise, that they made in one day. So, I mean, he could, the next movie, actually come
Jungle
back
Spock.
in some way.
Tarzan Spock.
Oh my God.
I hope he does
So it looks
survive.
like cons people.
Yeah, because I don't know how many years. Because I know there's another movie that comes out after this, and possibly 4 movies.
Well,
Or
there's
just 2.
of the original series movies. There's 6 total.
Whoa.
Oh, wow.
So this is only number 2.
Okay.
So hopefully we'll get a bunch of requests that you guys can continue this saga, so you can find out what's going on.
Yeah, because guys,
There you go.
we love you. We love all the requests that you guys send our way. We have polls on our Patreon. We have polls on our YouTube, and we just get so many good requests from everyone. So we watch a ton of stuff every week, and it just keeps coming. So anyways, it's up to you guys if we're going to watch Star Trek 3 next. And there's all these other sequels that we also want to watch that have been heavily requested over course of time, a lot of time that we've been doing this now. But anywho, so be patient with us. We love you guys. We work hard to get content out as soon as we can. And if you vote for it on our Patreon and our YouTube, it'll be out sooner. Woo. But this was definitely great. And there's just so many things that I want to talk about. But that's pretty much all the main stuff I wanted to cover.
The last thing I'll bring up is so when Spock was getting ready to go into the lithium chamber, you saw McCoy trying to stop him, and then of course Spock distracted him, and then gave him the Vulcan neck pinch.
Yeah.
And then
Scotty.
if you saw, he mind melded with him.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, it said
To
remember.
Yeah.
So
That's right.
Yeah.
That's good.
you know that's, and then of course McCoy at the end says he's not really dead as long as we remember him.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that was meaningful. I'm so sad.
yeah.
So Leonard Nimoy has
So
to come back.
maybe
in this.
he'll remember something in the next movie that will bring him back.
I'm
When
kind
you
of
watch the
hoping
next
because you have
movie-
this whole terraforming. This is
Hopefully.
one other thing I wanted to bring up. Genesis. The idea of Genesis, I think, is such a cool idea. I think it's awesome if we could do that, but it is scary too because what else can you do with this technology? Or if there's already life on that planet
Like
that
McCoy
you don't
said, yeah.
understand. Maybe you do understand it, maybe you don't, because there's going to be so many things. I don't care how many planets you know. I'm sure there's always going to be stuff to learn from.
definitely, yeah.
You know, always. And here, like, if you're going to be arrogant enough to be like, hey, look, this planet looks dead. You know, they do their normal experiments or
just
tests to see.
accidents, and you know, but
And
well, if
there's
someone
one
does
thing
take it,
alive.
if someone
that's
does
right.
take it as a weapon and wants to destroy an entire planet,
That's right.
they could easily do it in a matter of a
sure.
day,
Yeah.
because
Right.
it breaks
Something,
down
yeah.
all matter, alive or not, and then it reforms
Resets,
it in this
pretty
new
much.
matrix, and then
Oh, boy.
Can you imagine? This is so sadistic too, but like it could actually happen this way. Like, oh, we can use it as a weapon and we're going to kill off this entire planet. And then, oh, because you did that, it's going to grow new life. Oh, we're going to use that as freaking food now. We're going to use them as slaves or, whether they're like super intelligent or not. You never
it
know
all
what people are
depends on
going to
who,
do.
Or
who
they can
controls
be-
it.
It can go in
That's
so many
scary.
different ways. It's pretty
Yeah.
terrifying.
They're
It really is. But the idea of it was actually really cool, and it was a bigger drive for people to work with it for life, and then for people who want to use it as a weapon.
Well, do you remember what their original purpose was?
Explain.
Well, I think it was Carol Marcus who said that think of all we can create these environments, and then we can
Food.
transplant
Yes.
civilizations onto here as we see fit.
Yeah, yeah.
So if something happens to another civilization,
Yeah,
planet,
it was for good.
yeah, it was
But
for a
it
good
could
cause.
be
Yeah.
used for bad if it gets in the wrong hands,
That's
like
right.
Khan wanted to do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And I thought that was great what Khan did at the end. I mean, as a villain, in his point of view, I'm dying. I'm gonna. You're going down.
You're coming down with me, yeah.
Exactly. So
Yeah, pretty crazy.
Of course, he's gonna do that.
but that planet formed. There was nothing there before except the ship and the nebula.
Right,
So it took
right.
all that gaseous matter
Yeah, that
and the
was
matter from
cool.
the ship, and
Oh
it
my
created this planet.
That's right.
Oh, wow, yeah.
And the molten core is the
Right.
ship.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's probably all the.
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I'm totally kidding.
Yeah,
It's like,
and then
hey,
Spock
it's
landed on
weird. But yeah, I love the concept of it. I think that was pretty incredible to see that. Yeah, and to show that all the matter comes together to form a new planet. So I'm hoping that'll be in the next movie. Maybe we'll see.
Yeah,
Because you
hope
said
so.
the movies after this are a continuation, so you have to see
Right.
this movie to watch the other ones.
Right.
Not like the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
2, 3, and 4 should definitely be seen,
cool.
in sequence.
Okay, well, that's good.
Yeah. Anything you want to add, Mom? I know we're talking up a storm here.
No, that's fine. I'm
So
just
you
listening
recognize
to
a
you.
lot of people
Who's
on
your
here.
favorite?
You
Who's
saw
one of your
some
favorites?
Star Trek.
Jeez, I like O'Hara.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
I
like
like
her
them
too.
all, and
Spock, I love. I love.
Yes.
Kirk is awesome too. But Spock,
Chekhov,
and
yeah.
all the
Bones.
main people.
Bones, yes.
Bones cracks me up. McCoy's awesome.
And Scotty at the
Oh,
end
Scotty,
playing the
yeah,
pipes.
the
Oh
little
my
guy.
god.
That was beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
I love the
Made me
bagpipes.
cry.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, and they humanize that too, because I know there's humans there, and Scotty's he's Scottish, but to actually have the bagpipes playing for
That was
Spock,
good.
I
I
thought
always
that
liked
was
that.
awesome.
That was-
they're all
always
part
liked
of
bagpipes.
Classy,
big
classy.
family. So that was incredible, and so I think it was a overall
very
great
good.
movie. And again, I try to go in with not low expectations all the time, but I try to go in open-minded, and I do like the newer Star Trek movies. And I was like, okay, well, this is a little older, and I've always wanted to see the old crew with Kirk and friends, and it was actually better than I thought it was going to be. So it was very entertaining. I was very invested.
For
with
me,
the
I just
characters.
loved it. It was,
Me too, I
And the
loved it.
freaking when the ship blows up, like you have like the missiles or torpedoes hitting the ship, and then everything's red, and you see everything shake and everyone flying all over the place. I know they have so many parodies of that everywhere, and people joke about it. And then we saw that in the J.J. Abrams movies, and so it just really made me think like, oh my god, like it was nostalgic in a way to me, even though I never really saw that in the show because it was just everywhere. I just it's just one of those things that even though it's a terrible scenario, it was still like it's kind of funny because it's so familiar.
Well, just imagine
They use it
acting
everywhere.
to those, because
Oh, I know.
they go, oh,
It's
you
like-
get hit from this side, so
I know,
everybody lean this
Probably
way.
shaking the camera.
Especially
Yeah,
when
they
the
shake the
training was
camera
going
and tell
on and
everybody
with
to,
Bones falling and, he
That's
comes in and he goes, hey, he's just posed there.
And he's like, how do you like my performance?
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, so how loyal they are, with Preston dying and staying at his post, and everyone else like really caring for each other. Spock saving everyone, like he sacrificed his own
saved the day. He
life.
was the hero.
And I know it's all logical, but it's because he really cares too, and he wants to save all
Right.
his friends.
Yeah.
It was for the greater good.
That's right.
And then Kirk having a son and them getting along at the end, I like that. And
Yeah.
special effects were
I
awesome.
did think it was kind of funny when his son, when David came onto the board, when he was at the end, when he had this like sweater over his neck, and he's like, "Hey," like he just finished playing tennis or something. Hey, is this your job?
That's what we're going to do after this discussion. Let's go. Yeah, so let us know what you thought of this movie. I'm very curious, especially if you did watch the old Star Trek or the original
Yeah,
series,
I
I
liked
should
it a
say.
lot.
I loved
Sulu,
it.
I want to say that too. I
Yeah.
just love his voice. George Takei, I think that's how you say his name.
It's either Takai or Takei. People say it both ways.
I know, and I just recently saw a random TikTok of him, and he's like, this is how you say my last name. And I'm like, I gotta
And you
remember
forgot
that.
who it was.
But he seems like a really cool guy anyways.
And he knows his job, and he does, he gave advice, and,
Yeah, he's
That's right.
He's a voice actor
Yeah.
too, because I totally recognize his voice. He was in Avatar: The Last Airbender, and
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
probably a few other things too. I'm sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, very good.
he's been all over the place. Been
Oh,
Big
wow.
Bang Theory as himself.
That's right.
That's
That's
Oh,
right.
my gosh, yes.
Yeah, because I watched some Big Bang Theory, and it's a good show.
And he was really funny in Big Bang Theory.
We can't wait to see what you guys have to say in the comments about this movie. It was a lot of fun for us, and I'm
That's
really
right,
happy we
very
watch
good.
it with you here because even though we got so many requests in the past, it never won a poll, and you came up to visit, which we're so happy to
Yes,
have you
Tommy's
actually on the
here.
sofa
Oh,
with us.
yeah.
Like,
Aw.
I don't think we ever had you on the sofa with us. I don't think we have. I
don't
mean,
think so.
yeah, because a few times when you came up from Florida, we were so busy we just didn't have time to react together on the couch.
That's
but
right, I think we
we
had
always had you on
intentions.
Zoom. So this is
That's
actually
right,
a
yeah.
wonderful treat. I'm so happy you could join us today to do
Yeah,
this.
we're so happy.
And hopefully we could do it again in the future.
Yeah, sit down. You-
Yeah, that would be great. So very curious. Oh, and just to say too, because he's a big Trekkie, it's awesome that you could actually discuss with us your opinions too.
That's right.
So it
That's
made it
right.
even more
That's
enjoyable.
right.
It made us more knowledgeable of this.
Well, we can go on for days.
We can.
Oh, boy,
So
yes.
thank you guys so much for watching.
Yes,
Please
thank you.
subscribe, and we'll see you very soon as always.
Bye,
Bye, Bye, Spock.
I know, it's horrible.
Oh,
What's the
I'll get there.